NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Bills, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York. And there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it looked like he was able to get it back. So a big sigh of relief there, as that would have been a disastrous way to start this ball game.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Allen. And he slings one that's incomplete. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Look, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the second-year pro out of Pitt, looking for a big jump in year 2, Kenny Pickett.
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? 2nd year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Pushes him aside at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're such a talented team.
On the give, it's Warren. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Pickett to throw on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I almost see Northam trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nick.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it. But nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in. And we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play. But nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
To the air, Allen powering forward. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Allen now on first down. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Gets this one to Morris. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That pass is caught by Hardy. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points.
These two teams all tied after 1. Now Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Dorian Williams with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Deontay Hardy back deep. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Off play action. Allen buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. Shedding through the defense. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Man in motion is Sherfield. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field.
There he goes, left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll run it. Warren. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. And his throw here's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Pickett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pickett lost it. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. Now whistles here, and they might have been a little too fired up to go after the punter. So a 5-yard swing, but still 4th down.
You just wonder if the punt team used up something there that they didn't need to, right? Draw them off sides, but it still doesn't get them a 1st down. I used that one on 4th and 5 or less.
Here's Presley Harvin now. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
But first,
well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied, and this is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's a result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
A tackle made by Dorian Williams. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. Looking to throw, Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Hardy set to return. A good head down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Now, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
They go back to Murray on first down. Down to about the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Allen steps away to his left. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On third down, Murray wiggles free, and he's got this down to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Murray. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for the Bills touchdown. Latavius Murray, 35 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
But Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And now out come the Steelers. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Warren. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. It's a game changer, but it falls incomplete. Offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. He finds Latavius Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Allen. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10. Man in motion is Sherfield. 10th carry of the game now. Murray. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after. As he's on to punt for Buffalo. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the run, it's Warren. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now run to Warren. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. On the return, Hardy. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And quickly they get to the line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Dancing to his left. This is caught. It's Hardy. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The pass caught by Hardy. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They go with Murray again. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And it'll come out to the 25 on Boston not going to try and return it. So here's Pickett and the Steelers. Down by 10. A little over 80 ticks to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Finding Washington, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Pickett to throw. Able to find Boykin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Here's Pickett. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Pickett lost it. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everyone.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Seahawks and the Cowboys, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Smith going to go to the air first play. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge. He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Fights him off. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle, a 23-yard run. And the Cowboys will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Dante Fowler, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And they'll run again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Geno. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They run here with Dowdle. 20, down to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rico Dowdle with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Smith off the bootleg.
That'll be caught by Bobo.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Smith. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott.
Into the hands of Hendershot.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Now the offense is leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott being chased out left. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Buying time to his left. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Dowdle fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
He'll try again.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Rico Dowdle
saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On second down, here's Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Geno. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, Smith. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Smith. Under pressure, they got him again. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw, Smith. And the pressure gets to him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get it back out to you guys in just a minute. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here on the NFC side of the bracket. And this one looks like it should be a dandy, as it's going to be the Los Angeles Rams matching up with the Detroit Lions. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms to find out who advances to the divisional round. Let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown! Cowboys.
It's all about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That escapes the sack. Flush to his right. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. To throw is Smith. Walker with a grab, left side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and
under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now Smith. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that flag accepted. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Trying the left side with Walker. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
And now here come the Cowboys.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Room here to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. They run again with Dowdle.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On the run, it's Dowdle.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Looking to throw. Prescott rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Kevontae Turpin.
A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air.
And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for.
Back now in Arlington. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Smith. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's third and long. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
And they're going to speed things up here.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Rico Dowdle.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Smith now to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Geno on first down. Returning right back to Lockett. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. To the air again, Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, here's Walker. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Here's a 2nd and 8. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Smith now on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Aubrey now for the point after. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Aubrey now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On 1st and 10, Smith.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Throwing is Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Smith. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Well, Prescott here to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to take another shot here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
And the Cowboys will advance to the next round as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win.
The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Tua.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Steps away to his left.
That's over the middle, caught by Chosen.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's second down and 7. Here's Tua. Forced out to his left. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand. Now Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Second and 7. Tua going to throw. Dancing to his left. Touchdown, Dolphins. Robbie Chosen. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long.